Welcome back to Breakfast Central. It's time for us to find out what's happening on the entertainment scene. And this morning, we'll be starting off with Accra, Ghana. Now, to lead us through entertainment, we have Joe Hansen. Good morning once again, Joe.
It feels good to be back. I mean, it's like I was leaving and I'm back. I'm leaving and I'm back.
We pulled you back in, basically.
Yeah. What did you say?
I said we pulled you back in, basically.
Okay, I see that.
All right, Joe, talk to us. What's happening with Sarkodie?
All right, let's tell you what's happening. What's that statement he makes about a pump baby or something? Yeah. Anyway, Ghanaian rapper, by the way, Sarkodie has been summoned by an Accra High Court to testify on an issue about which he is presumed to have the requisite knowledge. Well, on Monday, July 13, Sarkodie is scheduled to testify in front of the High Court on behalf of either the plaintiff or the defendant. Now, here is why Sarkodie will be going to court. A lawsuit has been filed against Kantanka Automobile and Kwadwo Safo Jr. for a failed social media promise made via the username Kantanka_daily. Now, plaintiff Jude Osei claimed in a writ issued on May 14, 2019, that he received a message on a Katanka Automobile private message telling him to share an image of a Katanka Automobile car on Twitter, and that if he could obtain 30,000 retweets, he would be given a Katanka Mensa automobile. Now, Jude Osei was able to reach almost 30,000 retweets after almost a year. Now, he then wrote a message to Katanka asking for his reward, but around the time he asked for his car, Katanka Automobile released a disclaimer stating that any tweet offering 30,000 retweets for Katanka Mensa should be considered a fake. Take a look at the post and what he said. He actually went ahead to make this statement. Said, "Hello guys, this is my first time asking for your support. I'm really tired of walking our very own Katanka_daily." And he mentioned that they offered to help, and all of a sudden he was looking, he got the 30 retweets and so on and so forth. And then this story definitely ensues. Now, Felix Nana Osei, that's Jude Osei's lawyer, has maintained that the account isn't phony because it was once used to tweet a message to Sarkodie. Now, guys, listen to why Sarkodie is wrapped into all of this. The lawyer says that they had tweeted Sarkodie, and then Sarkodie also replied that handle. So in other words, that handle is not a fake handle. What is going on? So now we have to be very careful on what we do, especially on social media. I've got O.C. Dirusu. He is an on-air personality here with one of the premier radio stations in Lagos, Nigeria, Beat FM Lagos. Thank you so much for joining me, O.C. It's good to have you on Breakfast Central.
No problem. Thanks for having me this morning.
What do you make of the statement where you indeed tweet something and then it goes all bad and then you're being wrapped in? I mean, Sarkodie was on his own and now he's being brought into this situation.
I know it seems like a very bad dream, and what's the word right now? I guess the guy's just trying to get his car. So I think the company in question right now should do the right thing, by owning up to their promise and giving the young man his car. But at the end of the day, I think it's left for the law and the judge, based on evidence that's going to be put forward by both parties, to be able to figure out if Kantanka daily and is liable to be able to give this young man a car, and actually to figure out if the handle is actually original based on interactions or previous interactions that they've had with rapper Sarkodie. So I think that's where Sarkodie actually just comes in as well, to be able to verify if that was like an original handle or something, because it seems like Kantanka is going through the route of actually saying that, it's a parody or something. So they are trying to ascertain if the handle is actually belongs to the automobile company, and if they are liable to actually in provision for the vehicle to the young man.
That's problematic if we look at it this way. But let's move on and check out another story that I'd like to get your input on. Now, Nigerian comedian and actor Stanley Chibuna, better known as Funny Bone, is the latest celebrity to get a nod after proposing to his girlfriend. The comedian took to Twitter to express his feelings in a caption that reads, "And I asked politely, and she said yes." You might want to check out that post as well. It's on his social media page. That's on Instagram with that picture there. Well, Funny Bone is the latest stand-up comedian set to tie the knot after leaving many of his fans guessing if he is in love with the estranged actress Genevieve Nnaji. Yes, many people were thinking, what's going on? Well, this is based on an open letter he penned on his Instagram page where he claimed the movie star, that's Genevieve Nnaji, abandoned him after she promised to go on a date with him. And many people thought, okay, hold on, is this the guy, Genevieve, has been hiding from us, and all of a sudden, he finally proposes to his very own girlfriend. Well, he also described the thespian, that's Genevieve Najwali, made that post as Wanyoma, while saying, "My love for you is on another trajectory." Well, now we know who the real Wanyoma is. We'll say congratulations to Funny Bone and well done. But let's move on to this last story, and it's indeed trending. It's hot. It's one story that everyone is talking about. Is social media a safe place for celebrities? Well, come forward to tag social platforms as a bully's home. The most recent celebrity to speak on this is African Queen music crooner Innocent Idibia, also known as Two-Face, or you could call him Two Baba. Well, in a recent video made by the R&B sensation, he warned against reading anything and taking it as the truth. Let me tell you what happened. Well, just a few months and recently 2 days ago, concerns were raised following cryptic posts made by his wife and actress Annie Idibia. Now, Annie Idibia unfollowed her husband Two-Face on Instagram. Annie didn't stop at that. She also deleted all pictures of Tubaba on her page. According to fans, the actress did this in the wake of her husband's visit to London to bond with his 3 other kids, Ehi, Justin, and Innocent, with his baby mama, Peru. You could also say that this has sparked some issues in the past. Annie Idibia has, however, come out to express her love for her husband and his other kids who live outside the country. Now, despite all the confusion, Two-Face has issued a warning to all social media bullies, and here it is. Take a look.
I'm too like to bully people for this social media. I really understand. How can I just leave my wife alone? I beg. Don't leave her alone.
So there you have it. OC joins me on this conversation as well. I'm going to have Sarkodie and, of course, not forgetting Olive. Also take a look at this. OC, what is going on in that, I'd say, that lovely home?
Well, there's been a lot of back and forth as regards, Two-Face and, Annie, and it stems from people actually believing that they have, an inroad or like a front row seat as regards, what's going on between the both of them, based on social media posts or anything. So in recent time, looking at the growth of, blogs and social media platforms, and also, series of accounts that actually put out information, we've seen a lot of people actually, or a bunch of people actually, hide behind these accounts, or just go on these blogs to actually, bully people based on what Two-Face is saying. So he's not what's it called right now? He's not out of line. And also, I think people also need to be measured as regards what they put out, because most times what people latch on to be able to give, their 2 cents or their opinions are based off what people actually just put out there as well. Because a young man, that's Two-Face Idibia, goes to visit his family, and all of a sudden everybody's speculating that, okay, the mountain is on fire and his marriage is actually, in jeopardy right now, and all sorts of things, is being said about the wife and, and all of that, especially in the wake of the Netflix, special, that's Young, Famous, and African. People consistently saying all sorts and tagging it as, this is my way of constructively criticizing somebody. And, those words are harsh. Those words can break down people. And those words can actually lead to, mental health issues as well. So I think, governments around the world have been trying their best to actually put measures in place to stem bullying. But, people are consistently trolling. People are consistently, just saying all sorts. And I think because of that bridge that social media actually, puts forward, where people have access to actually reach out to these celebrities every other day. Because back in the day when the only way you saw celebrities or you had access was by maybe attending events, when you actually booked a proper interview, or most times it was more or less you consistently speculating. So it was never a case of you could go on Twitter, you could go on Instagram, and you could send a DM, or you could just mention them, and there's a huge possibility that they will see it or anything. Right now, social media does removes that barrier, and you can just wake up in the morning and just say whatever you want to say.
I see.
And all of that. As much as social media has connected, the globe and made us all like a tiny village, the pitfalls are
are
too
huge. All right,
to be
Osi,
ignored.
Osi, let me bring in Osauge here, and of course Olive. Olive, what's your take on this? Let me start with the lady, Olive.
I mean, I think that OC has said all that needs to be said. We must constantly also remind people that there's the social media reality and then there's real life. People don't always put what's happening in their personal lives on social media. And it's tough being a public figure where everything you say or do or tweet about is being judged. So the fact that she's put out something on social media does not necessarily mean that she's reacting to something happening in her personal life. And can blogs please stop making inferences like this? Sometimes a lot of these issues will not become issues if the blogs do not pick it up with a very, very rather suggestive captions. So that's really all I'll have to add to all that Osi has said.
It's wild, thinking that somebody wakes up in the morning to check who's following who and who has unfollowed who. And I can't imagine that there is someone who is responsible for that. But another thing is, how much can you really ignore, as a public figure, and while a married public figure, how much can you honestly ignore and just totally, hold on to your marriage and say whatever is going on the internet is not my business? Is it possible to live a life like that?
It's tough. It's really tough.
Very.
It's really, really tough. Really, really tough. Anyway, so I think, from my end, these are the stories that are definitely making the headlines on entertainment. I want to say thank you to OC for joining us. Thank you so much for being here.
Well,
OC.
thanks for having me. I had fun this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Osi, and thank you, Joe.